It means more officers using test kits to determine the substances out in the field.
Well, we've told you the stories of officers touching powder and then getting sick. So some departments are taking new precautions and not allowing officers to field test substances or needles that they find at overdose scenes. Paynesville just joined the list of departments that will not let their officers perform those field tests anymore. Instead, they double bag everything, then send it to a lab for testing.
The risk of exposure is out there. We've gotten drugs with, those chemicals in it.
But cities like Lorain still allow field tests on a case-by-case basis, and in that city where officers deal with dozens of overdoses every month, that's not all officers have to deal with. In a News 5 exclusive, Lauren Wilson spent an evening with Lorain officers to see how the heroin epidemic is changing their job.
3 overdoses a day. That's what Lorain police tell me they average, which means they need to use these drug testing kits more often.
You never know what we're going to get into.
Expecting the unexpected.
They usually happen in rapid fashion.
That's what Lorain Patrol Officer Brent Payne's night was like.
This is an overdose that we're responding to. Just let them do what they got to do, okay?
2 overdoses in just under 2 hours. This man, seemingly dead, gets Narcan and suddenly wakes up.
What's your name? All right. You all right? Yeah, you overdosed, man.
Then, within minutes, walks over to the gurney.
Right here for me.
In the past 5 years, I've administered Narcan, including today, 42 times.
Those numbers underscoring just how policing has changed in a short time.
We would respond to heroin overdoses, but not as frequent as we're doing it today.
And still evolving for officers taking samples from crime scenes.
And you crush these 2 vials, you shake it up. If it turns green, usually a good indication of heroin.
How drug testing in the field after an OD or arrest would go. Now,
if the officer doesn't feel safe enough to test it, then we can package it up properly and we'll send it out to the lab. So it's not imperative that we test it right then and there if we feel that there's a safety issue. What did you take? Did you take heroin?
Lauren Wilson, News 5.
All right, in the